In November of last year, Tokyo Joshi held Wrestle Princess, its biggest show ever, held at the Tokyo Dome. A great event that had many of my favourite matches from last year. However, it was not able to live up to the expectations fully due to the pandemic. Fortunately, it looks like Tokyo Joshi will be holding this event annually, and that leaves us to the upcoming event creatively titled Wrestle Princess 2. An event that promises to be much grander than last, so let's run through the matches and see if that holds true. First up, we have a tag match. It's Raku and Pom versus Haruna Neko and Kaya Toribami. It's the Shin Kick Express versus Goddamn Animal People. Pom and Raku team regularly with Ito, Pom being like a capybara who is able to get along with most other wrestlers, so I expect them to work well together. Haruna Neko has been kind of floundering in the low card for a while now, and I would like for her to build herself up more. Kaya Toribami is the latest rookie for Tokyo Joshi, but I think she is improving at a tremendous rate. She goes to the same stunt school as Shoko Nakajima and has many cool and unique moves. She's also just tons of fun to watch, and she is a clear fan of tokusatsu and does these neat little poses after moves. This was originally meant to be a standard 2v2 affair. However, my favourite tired OL, Mahiro Kiryu, was out for injury the past couple of weeks. Fortunately, she has recovered enough to be included in the match, but this means the teams are imbalanced, so a special guest will be included for Team Raku and Pom. My surprise favourite from my card pulls, Ram Kaicho! This time vanilla flavoured. Super excited to see her interact with the other Tokyo Joshi girls, and I want her to become a regular. After that, we have another special tag. It's the team of Asuka and Yuki Kamifuku versus Naoka Kara and Marika Kobayashi. You may be familiar with Asuka. Not that one. How many times am I going to make this joke? Every time! So, Asuka appeared in the AEW Elephant Eliminator Women's Womenator tournament as Veni, but she has been over in places like Gatten Move and Ganbare and various other places. She's good friends with Kimiyu, who brought her into the match to help even the odds against Nao and Marika. Nao and Kimiyu faced each other earlier in the year for the International Championship, with Kimiyu being the victor. A lot has changed since then. Firstly, Kimiyu is no longer champion, sad face, but now believes she is strong enough to take her on. Aiding now is Marika Kobayashi, who after being absent for a long time has returned and is getting back into the groove of things. Marika is a former tag champion and was vying for the international belt as well, so a win here will keep the victors in that conversation. Next is a special singles match of Hyper Misao versus Norika Tenma. Now this match is marked as a singles match, but come on, you kidding me? This is a Hyper Misao match at a big event, it's going to be anything but. Last year the match stipulations changed at a literal push of the button. What would be surprising would be if this was a standard singles match. Norika is usually known as a tag team wrestler, being one half of the Bakuratsu sisters, but I would honestly really like a singles run for Norika, so hopefully this is the start of that. But of course, Hyper Misao is heroically devious, so I'm sure she will not make it easy for her. Also, Hyper Misao will have new gear this show, and I have been really digging the updated look she's been getting throughout the year. In fact, a lot of gear changes will happen, so that is something to be on the lookout for in each match. Also, Wrestle Princess seems to exemplify the term match card subject to change, because this is now turned into a triple threat match because Rika Tatsumi is included. Rika Tatsumi took some time off for some personal reasons, but now she is back in time for Wrestle Princess 2, and she is going to be in this tremendous match, and I cannot wait. Then we have another special tag match with another special guest with Shoko Nakajima and Riho versus Main Event Suzume and Arisa Endo. Main Event Suzume has unfortunately lost her regular B-Star tag partner Mirai Mayumi, who has left Tokyo Joshi for greener pastures, meaning Vivid Honey Mustard will be teaming with the girl she helped to debut earlier this year, Arisa Endo. The two have teamed before, and Arisa's growth has been really strong for someone still in their rookie year. However, their opponents are no pushovers. Shoko Nakajima needs no introduction, but I'll give her one anyway. She's the big kaiju, former princess and tag champion, Princess Cup winner, and star of Godzilla-kun and SWAT. Joining her is Joshi star Riho, coming in from AEW. Riho is a former champion in almost every promotion she's been in for a good length of time. Her and Shoko have teamed before, but Riho has not been in Tokyo Joshi for over 2 years now. so perhaps an upset victory may occur. Unlikely, but I'm sure Suzume and Arisa will look good while doing it. Next is, guess what? Another special tag match. It's the team of Moka Miyamoto and Aja Kong versus Miyu Watanabe and Yuki Arai. Aja Kong becoming quite the regular in Tokyo Joshi, this time teaming with Moka Miyamoto. Aja typically teams with Raku, so I don't know if she will be pleased or not that she won't be doing the Goodnight Express. Maybe Aja will bust it out anyway, as a tribute to her hero Raku. Moka has yet to get a singles victory, and it's physically impossible for that to happen in this match. She recently went to a time limit draw against her genmate Arisa Endo, so I feel a rivalry brewing between the two, seeing who can progress more, and perhaps teaming with Aja Kong will give her the experience she needs to squeak ahead. Miyu Watanabe is now the de facto powerhouse in Tokyo Joshi, being the strongest and the new king of swing. Aja Kong had a subtle feud with Mirai Mayumi, who has since left, but Miyu is there to pick up the pieces. The two have fought in tag matches as well, Miyu trying to overpower the legend but being unable to. Has Miyu gotten stronger enough to capture Aja Kong in the giant swing? Her partner Yuki Arai is the third Yuki in the promotion, so I thank her for making things complicated. Yuki Arai is part of SKE 48, a popular idol promotion. She has decided to become a pro wrestler, but is having some difficulties. And maybe this is sounding familiar. Arai is basically Ito's shadow from 4 years ago, except Yuki is happy-go-lucky and your standard idol. She only appears sporadically, mainly at the big shows, but despite being in the company for a short time, she's already has a singles pin. The person she pinned was Moka, so perhaps Moka would like to get some revenge on the junior who beat her. After that is the International Princess Championship match with Hikari Noa versus the challenger Yuki Aino. Yuki Aino has been an unpredictable threat in Tokyo Joshi. She is a former tag champion and has gone for the main title belt before. Recently, she has been on a tear, pinning 2 champions back to back. She beat Miyu Yamashita in a tag match and then later went on to pin Hikari herself. Brimming with confidence, Yuki decided to lay down a challenge against Hikari for Wrestle Princess. Hikari accepted, of course, one to get her win back off of Yuki, but also Hikari has had a bit of bad blood between Yuki, whether she realises it or not. Yuki debuted after Hikari and the rest of the Up-Up girls, but has seemingly surpassed all of them in terms of wrestling ability. Hikari has even lost all singles matches she's had against Yuki. But now Hikari has the responsibility of carrying the title her friend Natsumi Maki once held, and her friend Shiori Sena motivated her to win, and Hikari is not willing to give it up for anything. Next is the tag team title match. It's Neo Bishikigun versus the Magical Sugar Rabbits. This match, admittedly, I feel has been thrown together last minute, as I'm sure this match was meant to be Shiori Sena and Hikari Noa going for the belts and winning. But due to Sena graduating, Hikari has had to move on her own. But as the replacement is a fan-favourite tag team of Majirabi, Yuka Sakazaki and Mizuki. Neo Bishigun have been doing what Bishigun does, winning belts and tournaments while doing it as fairly as possible. However, this is a very different version of Bishigun. I'm not sure what it is. Perhaps it's that Mei Saint Michel and Sake-sama have not known each other for long, or maybe the power and experience of the rest of the roster has finally caught up to Bishigun, but Bishigun has been far less dominant than before, losing matches throughout the year. Even Sake-sama has picked up her 3rd pinfall loss in her entire career, so it's not just Mai being dead weight. However, they have won where it counts. They won the Max Heart tournament to be crowned the best team in Tokyo Joshi, and of course they have the tag championships. And if Majirabi think they have an advantage going in, let's not forget that their tag reign ended to a previous Bishikigun incarnation. Sake-sama also has history with Mizuki, Sake-sama wanting Mizuki to join Bishikigun, with Mizuki declining. Perhaps Sake-sama is still set on turning Mizuki, and after Mizuki has lost 2 previous championship opportunities and this year's Princess Cup, maybe she will take her up on the offer. Finally, it's time for your main event. It's the champion Miyu Yamashita versus the challenger Maki Ito. Miyu and Ito started this year in an absolute classic singles match, with the result being win via knockout for Miyu. Since then, the two have been teaming together as 1-2 a million and actually beat a returning Bishikigun. The two had all the momentum going into the Max Heart tournament, but lost, Bishikigun getting their win back. Afterwards, Ito left on excursion to AEW to clear her head and change the reason as to why she wrestles. When she returned, she challenged then champion Rika Tatsumi, but could not get the title. The task would fall onto Miyu instead, who began her third reign as champion. Miyu has gone on to vanquish her former demons during this reign. She beat Yuka Sakazaki at Cyberfight Fest, the person she couldn't beat last time she went for the belt, and then beating Saki-sama, who she had never beaten in a singles match before. But Ito has demons to vanquish herself. Miyu was the first person Ito ever faced in Tokyo Joshi, and since then has wanted to beat her and prove herself one-on-one. Previous title shots had led to failure for Ito, but now she feels ready. She won the Princess Cup by defeating her first demon Mizuki, her former faction ally, who she has never beaten before and was confident in beating Miyu at Wrestle Princess. However, Miyu, having won her hardest fights, has been slipping. The two of them lost again to Bishigun this time when they went for the tag titles, Miyu being the one on the losing end. And then again in another tag match, Miyu getting pinned by Yuki Aino. Ito is frustrated with this. She wants to beat the Yamashita of old, the pink striker, the ace of Tokyo Joshi, the one who left her in a crying heap when she first debuted. Not the one who loses in tag matches when it counts the most. She gave Miyu a lot to think about, and so Miyu resolved to set things right. She defeated Saki-sama in singles competition, and then Yuki Aino. The last confrontation between Ito and Miyu ended in a time limit draw. So, things are even going into their championship match. Wrestle Princess will stream live on Wrestle Universe on October 9th. As a bonus, the show will include English commentary with Chris Brooks and Belly and Aki. And the show will be presented on a brand new Wrestle Universe. The universe is apparently being rebooted with new features and players to make for a more pleasant streaming experience for those of us overseas. Gone are the days of Google Auto-Translate, search bars not working, and misnamed matches. It will take a while for things to migrate over, and hopefully nothing gets left behind and gaps get filled. I want my Snake story complete. The whole thing looks pretty swish, but it has a caveat of not transferring your old Wrestle Universe account. So you will need to re-register when the service launches October 1st. To make up for this though, DDT are offering the rest of the year of service for free, provided you pay for January, that is. So, that is it for this match guide. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what matches you're looking forward to. I'd also like to thank you for being patient on the next career retrospective. It is being worked on. Let's just say it's going to be 4 times as big as anything else I've done so far. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.